Snow White and the Magic Mirror. Once upon a time, there was a land of beautiful blue skies and lush green grass. There, in a magnificent castle, Snow White and the Prince Antoine lived happily. But not far away, evil-hearted Queen Hela lived in a dark cave behind the mountains. She and her servant Dunkov had been banished when they tried to kill Snow White, and now Hela had a new evil plan.
Dunkov, this time no one can stop me. I will have revenge on Snow White.
Yes, you will, Your Majesty.
Chamberlain, tell me, who is the fairest of them all?
You, my queen, are the fairest in all the land, except for,
Dumb Dunkov, no! I must be the most beautiful in all the land. I shall make a magic mirror so I can find the magic dark forest.
Hela's original magic mirror was locked up in the dungeon of the castle, so Hela began her plan to create a new magic mirror. To do this, she had to gather all the magical parts. First, she collected some Jim leaf, then the magical pink buds, and the floating swamp stones. Her magic spellbook said to boil them for 20 minutes at 400 degrees. Finally, out of the black brew came her new, more powerful magic mirror.
Black mirror, awaken! Show me the forest of Snow White's funny little dwarven friends.
Dunkov was surprised by what he saw. The new evil mirror floated in front of him, surrounded by floating black stones and a purple, spiky frame. Inside the mirror appeared the dwarves' forest, but it became dark and scary. Hela reached into the mirror.
Black mirror, no longer on the wall. Change the dwarves' forest and capture them all.
Meanwhile, the 7 dwarves who worked all day came out of the mine one by one. First Ace, then Shy, Angry, Silly, Curious, Jolly, and Lazy.
Phew, what a long day's work. Yeah, let's get some rest. Maybe a good nap right here. No way. Get up. We can't rest. We should go home before evening falls.
The dwarves got on their way in a single line. The silly dwarf was walking at the back of the line. He saw a crow flying among the branches of the trees. There was a bright little stone in Crow's mouth. The silly dwarf was distracted and started to climb the tree to get the brilliant stone in the mouth of the crow. Up, just as he was about to catch the crow, the tree began to sway. The crow has flown away and gone. The branches wrapped around Silly Dwarf so tightly he could not escape, and he lost his green hat on a branch. The other dwarves didn't notice that Silly Dwarf was gone and kept walking. Now Curious Dwarf was in the back. And then he smelled a delicious pie. He closed his eyes and started to walk to the direction the scent came from. The bewitching forest led him right into a tree branch, and he hit his head. And then the magical scent of the forest covered him up and took him away. All that was left was his yellow hat. The rest of the dwarves finally arrived in their little cottage in the woods. Meanwhile, in the castle, Snow White gathered the kingdom's most delicious foods to bring to her favorite friends, the 7 dwarves.
Sweetheart, I'm going to the woods to visit my friends, the 7 dwarves.
Be careful on the road. That evil Hela could be anywhere. I love you, sweetheart.
Snow White began her long journey through the forest, and a beautiful bird came and rested on her shoulder. It was trying to warn her of something. The bird flew away from the road, trying to get Snow White to follow.
I see. You want me to follow you. I'm coming, little bird.
As Snow White followed the bird, she found the green hat swinging from a branch.
But this is Silly Dwarf's hat. Something bad must have happened to him.
The princess kept on following the colorful bird, and then she found the yellow hat on the thorny herbs.
That's the Curious Dwarf's hat.
The princess and the colorful bird quickly went to the cottage of the 7 dwarves. The dwarves were hopeful when they saw Snow White.
Ah, Snow White, we're so glad you've come. We cannot find Curious and Silly. Will you help us? We need to find them.
They may have been trapped by the evil Hela. We must find them.
Shy and I will stay here at the house in case they return.
Snow White, Ace, Jolly, and Angry went out to search. Far away, at the Queen's evil cave in the mountains, Hela and her servant Dunkov had imprisoned Curious Dwarf and Silly Dwarf in a cage.
You'll be punished for helping Snow White. I will destroy all you in the dark forest.
Hela walked back into her cave to her evil mirror.
Black mirror, find Snow White and her friends. Change what was bright and warm into a stormy end.
Snow White and the dwarves were following the colorful bird along the trail, but then the weather changed into a dark storm. They kept going through the darkness so they could find their friends. They walked all night into the mountains. The colorful bird kept leading them to the mountain to rescue the dwarves. From the edge of the cliff, the evil-hearted Hela saw Snow White and other dwarves coming. She knew they would be tired from the storm.
I knew they would come.
Dunkov, is everything ready?
Yes, Queen, it is ready.
Snow White and the dwarves were exhausted, but kept climbing the mountain. As they reached the top, they saw the entrance to the cave, and the cage hanging over the cliff with Curious and Silly.
We are going to save you.
Snow White! Snow White! Look out! The black mirror! Look out! She has a new mirror in the cave!
Snow White carefully entered the cave. Outside, Dunkov kept watch over Cage. Just out of sight, the dwarves whispered and made a clever plan to rescue their friends. Angry sneaked up behind Dunkov, leapt onto his back, and put a sack over his head. Then Jolly released the cage, but it came down so fast that it hit Dunkov in the head and knocked him out. And it's a good thing, too, because the door of the cage was still locked.
The key is on Dunkov's neck. Right there. Take a look. Grab it. Open this cage.
Jolly took the key that was on Dunkov's neck and quickly unlocked the cage. Silly and Curious were saved. But inside the cave, Snow White was face to face with the evil-hearted Queen Hela.
Hela, you can't be beautiful by doing evil. If you really want to be a beautiful woman, you must change your heart and stop hurting people. Beauty comes from the heart.
But the evil-hearted Hela didn't care. She used a magic spell to turn her eyes red and change her fingers into sharp knives. But behind Hela, the dwarves sneaked in to help Snow White. Hela approached Snow White, making her back up towards the black mirror.
Just enter the dark mirror, Snow White. Then you will disappear into the dark forest forever.
Silly Dwarf sneaked in front of the tall queen, and the other dwarfs pushed her from behind. She tumbled past Snow White into the black mirror. Hela's scream woke Dunkov up. He ran inside the cave and saw Snow White next to the mirror.
I am coming, my queen, fairest in all the land.
They were trapped. The dwarves ran with joy and hugged Snow White.
Thank you for saving us, Snow White.
Now we need to get rid of this.
The dwarves and the princess threw the mirror down from the cliff.
Now let's go home.
Finally, Silly and Curious were very happy to be at home again. Together with Snow White, they had a nice dinner and had fun.